Peace and blessings to everybody on the Grand Strand. Once again, it's the VibeCast. I'm your host, Aikido Burgess, a.k.a. Frank's son. I hope y'all recognize my guest. We have the lovely Patrice Reynolds with us. Patrice, how are you today, sweetheart?
I'm fine. I am fine.
That's what's up. Listen, for those of you that haven't seen yet, we just finished our, 4 runs of Zahna?
What was it? 5. It was 5.
5. We have one more show that's going to be Black Friday. So if you haven't got a ticket, you haven't seen the show, please come out. And for those that haven't seen the show, Patrice, tell us a little bit about the show. Like, how long ago have you written this show?
Oh, my goodness. So, I was 21? Yeah, I was 21 when I got my first apartment. And the reason why that was because it's so crazy. My mom did that. At a time that, when she was 21, I actually, she told the story of how she moved out of her house from her parents into her own apartment. And I always thought that was amazing because people weren't doing that back in those days.
Okay.
They were staying with their parents. There wasn't, life wasn't that possible for Black women, single mothers, to go and get their own apartment on their own.
Okay.
And she was like my pioneer, man. I wanted to do every single thing that she did. So I moved out and at 21 in my first apartment and started writing this play.
Okay, so what was your inspiration behind a murder mystery?
It was a blizzard in Maryland this particular year, and I was stuck in the house. And I was tired of watching television, and I just got on my word processor, it was at that time.
Ooh, we telling her age, y'all, but go ahead.
Got on my word processor, and I just started writing, and I did not have an inspiration from anything. I just started writing. It didn't start off as a period piece. It was a present day piece.
Okay.
And by the time it evolved, I was in love with period pieces, 1930s, 20s, and 40s. And I loved, for some reason, writing about Chicago. It was weird. I'd never been, but most of my plays and everything I wrote was based in Chicago.
Okay.
So I started rewriting it. It was a ton of rewrites, and it was a very pricey show to do with the costumes and that's why I never did it. I never did it until this year when I learned that, hey, I have a black box, and that's where you do developing works, and it's okay to minimize the show down so that people can have a preview of this show. I had to get the show out before the Lord called me home.
Okay. No doubt.
So that's how Zahna evolved, actually.
Okay. What else? Character development. Like, did you have these characters like a certain type of, okay, Marco's going to be this or Sunny Blue's going to be that? Did you have did you develop the characters in your head?
I wanted her to fall in love with someone that she wasn't supposed to fall in love with. A lot of women go through that in life. We catch a lot of bad fishes, and we finally level out to in a position to where the right one can find you. And that's actually what it is. You as a woman have to be in position, whatever position that is that, the Creator has for you. You have to be in the right place. And that usually is when we're not looking anymore. Because we're full of purpose and what we're doing. And, I'm finally doing this. And then here comes the dude. And you're like, oh, man, now my freedom. And because love always conquers all. It always wins because women sincerely want that.
No doubt.
We are designed to want that. And basically I wanted her to fall in love with someone, and I wanted it to be a murder mystery for sure. And I'm going to tell you something, the graveyard scene where she's hiding without giving away. She's hiding from the police and she goes to the graveyard. Somebody once told me, hey, if you ever running from the police, go to the graveyard. They don't look there. And I always remembered that, and that's why I added that into the show, and it was so funny. So little intricate pieces like that I still have in this show, although it's evolved to much bigger things.
Okay, so Just in my mind, we're going to do it again. Another run, maybe some other time down the future.
We have to do it. It can't be a black box, though. It has to be the full thing. A lot of people that read the play has said, this is a movie.
Make it a movie. I was saying that.
Yeah, it's a movie. I did talk to a Broadway producer. He took my meeting, surprisingly. He was in town looking at another play in D.C., and it was the play about the pilot in multiple, it was a farce. And he had multiple, I can't remember the name of the play, but another theater here did it also. But anyway, he was in town, and a friend of mine that was in one of my plays, he said, hey, my friend, he's a Broadway producer, and he's in town. Hey, let's do a lunch with him. And I said, absolutely. Did the lunch with this big time Broadway producer, and he took a look at the play, and he looked at me and he said, we are waiting for people like you. We're waiting for writers like you that are writing like this. He said, and it wasn't finished. He said, please finish this and come and find us.
Okay.
He said, because Broadway needs this, form of writing from you. And I took that, and I was inspired by that. So I see Zahna going all the way. I see a couple of my plays going all the way. But Zahna sincerely, honestly deserves that stage. They deserve the space. And as we do it in the black box, it's a whole bunch of transition and changes. And, oh, my gosh, how are we going to do this? But we did it.
Yes, that theater magic just shows up. So, what advice would you have for local writers, young writers, because we need you all to come out and support Dreamhouse Theater? Bring us your thoughts and your ideas, but what information, what advice would you have for them?
If you are a writer, you can write anything. I didn't know that until kind of later on. I thought that I was doing too much. I had my own magazine, Inspire Magazine. I am an author of 2 books. I wrote skits in church when I was small, as a teenager. I wrote so much. I used to do poetry, guys. I know a lot of you don't even know that. I used to write poetry first, and then they would have me do the poetry in church. And I had no idea that, a writer has a vast space. It can span from this point to that point. And that's what I did. I started writing that. So my advice to you is to write, keep a journal, whether it's a poem or a play or a screenplay. I have a couple of those in my archives, waiting for the moment for somebody to say, hey, we're looking for a series, or we're looking for a movie. Do you have something? And I can pull it out. That's why writing is so important, because you never know when that time comes for that particular project to evolve and develop. So my advice would be to write, would be to find a writer that you like and have them mentor you. Study people's writing of movies that you like, and basically it'll come together.
No doubt. Write the vision and make it plain. Because so many people, everybody has a story, I believe. So your story is pretty much your testimony. So if you bring your testimony, it's going to help somebody else outside of helping you. So moving on, what other projects do we have coming up after the Zahna?
Oh, my goodness. So in March, I have another original coming. It's a comedy. It's called Senior Living, Love, Sex, and Orthopedic Shoes. It is hilarious. You guys are going to... This is the first real comedy. My second comedy, but the real severe comedy that I'm going to be. And it's getting traction already. Everybody that comes to the Zahna show is asking about that play.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, when is this play? So I'm excited about that. We are doing Abercrombie in January. We've never done a January show. Dreamhouse is really growing. We're doing Almost Maine in June. We're doing Sisters, the musical. Okay. So that's another one you don't want to miss. Some nice looking women on the stage singing.
Yes, sir.
From the beginning of time to present music. You got to see it. It's a play. So it's great. And then we're doing A Matter of Matches. Is the last show of the season in November.
Matter of Matches.
Yes, it's a Bridgerton inspired play.
Okay.
So it's a period piece again in the 1800s, and it's like the extension of what we did at the ball And we do my foundation does a ball every year in February, and we did a piece of it at that ball. So everybody is like, hey, can you expand this show? Can you do more with it? And I was like, oh, well, it was just a skit, guys. Then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, wow, I got some great ideas, some scandalous things for that show. So we're doing that.
Okay. So with Dreamhouse in general, just tell me why.
Because there was no platform for people like me. And, you know, when you get off of the horse of everything is about you, because that's all you're thinking about, you realize, oh my gosh, other people are going through what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
I come to a southern town from Maryland on my way to LA, but got detoured by love. And when I got here, I still wanted to make my way. No matter what, I am going to make a way.
No doubt.
You know, so I could not get help from the other theaters that were out there, because they were, you know, one was a professional theater. You can't really make space for the community when you're a professional theater. So I respected that, and I went ahead and built my own platform.
Okay.
And I build things for teams, not just one person. I'm a team player. I don't like working by myself. If I have to work by myself, I'm just too overwhelmed, you know. So I like to make room for other people that want to come in with me. And I'm still looking for more of you that have a talent and have a love for theater or film to come in and join us when we're at the ground. We're at the roots part of this. A lot of people like to walk in when things are already together.
Yeah, they want a bandwagon to jump on.
So a couple of actors have bailed out because we're not where they want us to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I promise you, when you get in the roots, that's something I will never forget. I will never forget you no matter how far I go. I will remember that you were in the trenches with me, and that is what will get you a position at the table when I see you or when I get there.
No doubt.
You come with me. I do not go by myself. I don't want to go by myself. However far God takes me, y'all are going with me.
That's what's
and
up.
That's the truth.
Now, I often heard it said, hey, we're calling all, but waiting on none. It's not going to stop,
Yes.
but we do need you. So what exactly do you need as far as support? Like, what can the people do to help support Dreamhouse?
Okay, so talented actors or just a desire to be an actor, let me do the rest of the work. If you need coaching and you need some grooming, let me take care of that. All you have to do is come to Dreamhouse and let me know, hey, this is what I want to do, but I don't have the experience. I didn't go to school for it. What do? I don't want to be out there on the stage embarrassed. Let me worry about that part. All I need for you to do is walk in the door and I will make sure you shine. We need actors. We need production people that are interested in light design. Even that. Let me take care of showing you how that is done, putting you in the right rooms to learn what you don't know. That is not what should stop you. That is not what should keep you home. Dreamhouse is just a hub. If you want to learn how to direct, a stage manager, a stage hand, or just come and be an usher so you can see the shows for free, that's the way to do it. Mm-hmm. So that is what Dreamhouse needs. Dreamhouse needs a support of people that believes in the vision.
Okay. And
will donate their time. You know, even if you don't have the money to donate, just you showing up to help is more than money.
Yes.
And that's also what people don't realize. When you come and do a show at Dreamhouse, you are actually donating, you know, your time.
Yes, that's a big investment. Invest your time with us. That's what's up.
Yes.
So I'm concerned about holidays. What's going on over the holidays? Anything going on inside Dreamhouse through the holidays?
Yes. So the last show of Zahna is the day after Thanksgiving. I always like to do a day after Thanksgiving show because everybody's people are in town. Mm-hmm. And they always see it, but don't get to come see it. So I make sure there's a show there. And then we're doing, I'm working with Rev Nation. That is a independent record label company based out of Columbia, Atlanta. And they bring a Motown show to Dreamhouse Theater. And they do all kinds of old Motown songs with the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, impersonator, Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye, just all of them. But this year, in November, which will be the 29th. They're doing a Christmas Motown. So, yeah, that show is going to be amazing and something to see.
A Christmas Motown.
Yeah.
Y'all better come see that show, man. So, like, what else I wanted to know? How can the people get in touch with you? Like, what is it? Is it dreamhouse.com?
Well, I've just redesigned the whole structure of Dreamhouse. So now it's Dreamhouse Theater of the Performing Arts.
No doubt.
Yes.
Of the performing arts. Y'all heard it, son.
We are 501c3 and we are nonprofit, of course. We have emailed dreamhousetheaterinfo@gmail. Let me say that again. dreamhousetheaterinfo@gmail. That is how you can contact us directly. Messaging us on Facebook is fine, but honestly, to get on the weekly to-do list at Dreamhouse, where the staff can see what needs to be done and knocked out, the best thing to do is to email us, and you'll have our full attention.
What kind of age range are we looking for? Young people, old people, what you got going?
I'm glad you brought that up. Dreamhouse just literally launched a children's theater June of 2025.
What does that consist of?
That consists of the kids coming and learning how to act, learning how to dance, learning how to sing.
Okay.
So we did it. All the children's shows will be more likely musicals because we want to give them a taste of everything so that they can see exactly what they want to do moving forward in their career. And so there are so many talented kids.
Yes. And I think about that quite often because those of you that really know me, like I've been wanting to get into the arts since I was in second grade. You know, I remember watching like Different Strokes or something like that. It's like,
yes.
Yo, I can do that. But it's like I had nothing to plug into. So, you know, the way the Lord had it, this, that, and the third, you know, my uncle, shout out to Uncle Mike. Like, you know, he took me to an audition and I never really looked back. But real talk, even while I was through high school, nobody told me about the drama program at my high school, but it's all right. I ain't hating on it. But at the same time, there may be a kid that wants to act that nobody told them about the drama program in their high school or whatever the case may be. So all of you in Horry County along the Grand Strand, like, hey, we're here for you.
Yes. And actually, what's crazy that you said that, because I had the same dream. I used to sit and watch Laverne and Shirley, What's Happening, which is my favorite show of all time. Good Times, oh my gosh, Different Strokes, like you. And if you ask me today, Patrice, what was your dream as a child? I wanted to be a child star. I just knew I was going to be a child star. And then fast forwarding today, you haven't seen me on stage yet. So it's like, Patrice, when are you going to get on the stage? When are you going to do this? I'm in no hurry, but I do want to get on stage. And you the first one I told that to.
You just told her, y'all heard it. She want to get on stage. We're going to get on that stage. That's what's up. But, you know, just having that vision. I know it's like we're not the only young folks that have that. So, I mean, it's exciting to see young people kind of get out of their little box, if you will. So if you have kids that are just shy or just closed in, bring them on the stage. Like they may have a talent like that you have no clue. So even if your kid writes poem and don't want to speak, I speak your poem. I got little verses in me, you know what I mean?
Yes, and especially those kids that are at home bouncing off the walls, won't leave your room, always doing talent shows. Those are the kids you need to get down to the theater now, because later on, they'll be paying your mortgage, parents.
That part. Well, once again, you know, I want to thank you for coming to the VibeCast because it's always a pleasure seeing you. Yes. And I got about 4 days off from the stage. So, you know, I got a little bit of time to lay down and go to sleep.
And I appreciate you guys, VibeCast, inviting me out. I love you guys so much because you see me. You see people like me. And that matters. That is what causes people to remember you and to bring you up with them.
No doubt.
You know, so thank you so much, VibeCast, for giving me the platform and the opportunity to give you what's in my brain and in my head. I appreciate that.
Well, we're always a pleasure for having you. Thank you for having me and the VibeCast participate in that dream house. She don't be working me too hard, but y'all already know it's like, this is my quiet place. Being on the stage is my quiet place. You know, just if it's for a brief moment, just to get a break from your reality.
Yeah.
But my reality is like I'm going to be a household name. And it's
Yes.
like I don't have to go to Hollywood. Hollywood came to me. So we're going to do it big just like in Hollywood, New York, anywhere else. We're going to do it here on the Grand Strand. So I ain't
I've
going
actually
nowhere. This is
seen
home.
A couple of your movies.
A word?
On Roku.
Word.
Yeah, Massacre on Owl. I always forget.
On Owl 12. Like,
Yes.
you heard it? Like, yeah, we're streaming on Amazon Prime right now. So
Yeah.
go ahead and get that. Like,
It
it's a
is
good holiday
funny.
movie, man. Like, yes,
It
I
really
appreciate
is
that.
funny. Please watch that show. I think we watched it. I had my whole family over. And I said, let's watch Aikido's movie. And it was hilarious.
No doubt, man. Like, it's a real good energy. And if you happen to watch it, I'm the black dude. Duh. But once again, VibeCasters, man, we're going to be out. I appreciate y'all coming through. This is our guest, Patrice Reynolds of the Dream House. I thank y'all for being here with me. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to click in and get with me. Peace and blessings. It's the VibeCast, and we out.